When we think about what's in store for us after we die, we often think about going to heaven. And sometimes we refer to it as life after death, because we believe that those who put their faith in Jesus is given eternal life. But we imagine it as, spending the rest of eternity in heaven. And our imagination of what happens there gets a little fuzzy and obscure. We're not really quite sure what will happen to us after we die. So you might be surprised that while it is true that we will go to heaven after we die, that is not our ultimate destination. Believe it or not, but we're going back to earth. This is what we read in the book of Revelation. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride, adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the dwelling place of God is with man. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away." When the Apostle John said new, he meant that there will be something that is newly made, that would be different from that which was there before. And what will be made new is heaven as it is right now. Now, I have no idea what heaven is like. I haven't been there. But however heaven might be today, God will make a complete overhaul of it. And this earth that we know today, with all the great and beautiful things that we see here, along with the ugly, the terrible, the death, decay, and destruction, the dark and wicked and evil things that are present, all of that will be transformed and made totally different. God will be all the ugliness, the decay, and the evil, and the death. They will all be burned in the cleansing fire of God's judgment. And what will be left? All that is great and beautiful and noble and life-giving and God-honoring. God will take all of that and He will transform them into something even more glorious and magnificent. Heaven will come down, and heaven and earth will be fused together as one. And what you have is a holy city, the New Jerusalem, where Jesus will take us as His bride. And finally, as God had always wanted to do ever since He chose His servant Abraham, and now is made possible through His Son Jesus, God will dwell with His people, and His people will be with God forever. We will be alive on the new earth forever. And we will be with our loved ones. We will recognize each other just as we do today. But we will probably look different because instead of our mortal bodies, we will be in glorified bodies, no longer stained by sin, and we will no longer be subject to pain and suffering and death. We can dance and sing and play and enjoy each other's company to all our heart's content. We will work for the sheer joy of it. The whole world is our inheritance, and we will be given our own portion to rule and govern, to take care of and cultivate and allow to flourish, and Jesus will rule over all of us in justice, in righteousness, forever and ever. This is life as God truly meant it to be. So yes, there is life after death in heaven, but after that, there's something much, much more. There is life after death. And always keep in mind, as we think about and take hold of this life that is beyond life after death. Faith matters too.